people who are on the board. Evan with 14, Ankaran with 3, Alex with 2. Everyone else is at 0.
All right, continue with House 11. On the House floor, this person made a viral speech denouncing Margaret Taylor Greene for posing with an AR-15 alongside pictures of
Rashida Tlaib.
-2, alongside pictures of the squad. This person won his most well-known position against John Murtha in 2009. When Eric Cantrell replaced this person in that role, he successfully ran against Jim Clyburn to retain his rank within the House Democrats. Serving as the House Minority Whip from 2011 to 2019, this states for the points, but former House Majority Leader from 2019 to 2023, hailing from Maryland. 3 points. Top 12. In an attempt to get more aid money, the founder of this party threatened Jacques Delors to veto Portugal and Spain's entry into the EC. This party's founder, Andres Papandreou, distanced himself from his father's
PASOK.
6 points. Buzz. 13. In a 1989 speech to this organization, which ran in Drew Rawls' telethon, Dan Quayle notably bumbled its motto, saying, "How true that is." Bill Gray, the first Black House Majority Whip, led this organization for 13 years after resigning from Congress in 1991. This organization is headquartered in Washington, D.C.'s Shaw neighborhood near Howard University. Possessing the slogan, "A mind is a terrible thing to waste." For the points, what is this nonprofit that provides scholarships to students attending HBCUs? This is the UNCF, or United Negro College Fund, or United Fund. 14. Matthias B. Talmadge oversaw the establishment of this body, splitting it off from a larger body in 1814. Cases heard before this body included the espionage trials of Julius and Ethel Rosenberg, in addition to the injury and loss of life claimed for the Lusitania and Titanic sinkings. Since its creation, this body has had the most judges of any U.S. district court. Convening in the Daniel Patrick Moynihan Courthouse for the points, what is this federal court that has recently overseen the case of E.G. Carroll v. Donald Trump?
The Manhattan District State, the Manhattan Court.
-1.
Manhattan District Court.
-1.
The Court for Lower District of New York.
-1. The United States District Court for the Southern District of New York. Also 15. In a 2014 book asking about this specific term, journalist Guy Arnold called this thing a sickness in the body politic that needed to be flushed out. It's not Iron Curtain, but Winston Churchill first joined this term for his 1946 Sinews of Peace speech delivered in Polk, Missouri. This concept has been best symbolized by pairs of ideologically similar leaders such as Ronald Reagan and Margaret Thatcher. For the point, because this term used to describe a generally amicable state of affairs.
Special relationship.
4 points. Warning. Topic 15. Warning. Both case parties needed. The main law at the center of this case was introduced in its legislature by State Representative Stephen Friend. This case's plurality opinion, which was written by David Souter, Anthony Kennedy, and Sandra Day O'Connor, upheld an essential.
Planned Parenthood versus Casey.
5 points. 17. This was first chaired by Anders Klarstrom, and along with the moderates, Christian Democrats, and liberals, this party signed the 2022 Tito Agreement. Jimmy Atkinson had led this party since 2005, moderating its message from its early neo-Nazi roots, though he once stated that Palestinians who travel to Gaza should not accept
Alternative for Deutschland.
-2. Palestinians who travel to Gaza should not expect help in returning to this party's country. The second largest party in the Riksdag for the points. What is this Nordic right-wing party based in Stockholm?
The Senator Party.
-1.
The New Democrats.
-1. This is the Sweden Democrats. 18. This man's 2016 re-election victory marked the first time in the state's history that a candidate received over 1 million votes in a statewide race. As an attorney, this man represented convicted inmate Joseph Green Brown, getting Brown to trial less than a day before he was scheduled to be executed. Prior to serving in his current position, this man served as the state's attorney general for 20 years. Funded by Donald Trump for his service in the Vietnam War as Da Nang Dick. For the points, who is this senior senator from Connecticut?
Richard Blumenthal.
3 points. 19. After getting support from the IM 132 movement, this party merged with the Party of the Democratic Revolution. Along with the Labor Party, the Social Encounter Party, this party formed the Together We Will Make History coalition for the 2018 elections. For the 2024 presidential election, this party has nominated the former mayor of its country's capital, Claudia Sheinbaum, who named her country's
Bodena.
5 points. 20 after we go up the score check. In a CNN interview, this person admitted to planning coups when discussing the January 6th riot. In August 2022, this person was the target in an assassination attempt by Sharab Khorsaki, a member of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. This person, who also served as George W. Bush's ambassador to the UN, published the rumor it happened, the publication of which was challenged by
John Bolton.
5 points.
Okay, after 20, I have Evan with 28, Ahman with 5, Siddharth with 4, Alex with 4, and Hudson with 8.
Continuing with 2021. This man owned the Comatech Shell Company, and another of his companies published a report on Hyperloop Investigations claims that Hunter Biden was linked to the Chinese Communist Party. This man won a 2020 Freedom of Press Award by Reporters Without Borders and was forced to sell a clothing company after he criticized Premier Lee Pen, the publisher of the Daily Apple, for the points. Who is this compound billionaire who jailed in 2020? Can you repeat that? No, -2. Who jailed in 2020 for publicly criticizing the Chinese Communist Party? Time. This is Jimmy Lai. Toss of 22. The limits of this clause were first challenged in the establishment of the First National Bank. In Federalist 44, the absence of this clause was argued to meet the Constitution a dead letter. In McCulloch v. Maryland, this clause was
This is the student privacy clause?
no.
Necessary and proper
5
clause.
points. -2 and then 5. 23. Jamaican Prime Minister Andrew Holmes stated that this action would be a priority of his government, which would likely be completed sometime in 2024. In 1999, an Australian referendum about conducting this action notified
Ending the monarchy.
prompt.
Ending the British monarchy. Ending the
Yes, that's good for 6 points. Or becoming a republic.
insane.
24. This state was represented by Mangosuthu Buthelezi, who led it.
KwaZulu-Natal.
6 points. Goodness. 25. Felix Frankfurter argued that this doctrine should only be applied in cases where failure to do so would shock conscience. The reverse form of this doctrine requires equality before the law for federal legislation under the Fifth Amendment. In these slaughterhouse cases, this doctrine was ruled to not apply due to the privileges and immunities clauses. This doctrine was applied to cities and the Second Amendment in McDonald v. Chicago.
Selective incorporation.
What's there?
Selective incorporation.
Yes. 5 points. 26. This politician said he would do research after asking what's a leader in an interview with Hugh Hewitt. Filmmaker Billy Corgan called this politician who was the first public official in the U.S. to take their salary in cryptocurrency, Ponzi Postalita. Due to this man's good relationship with Sam Bankman-Fried prior to his arrest, FTX acquired
Frost.
No, -2. FTX acquired the naming rights for a sports arena in this man's city from American Airlines. For the points, named as first Republican to drop out of the 2024 presidential nomination race, the mayor of Miami since yes, for 4 points. 27. In March 2023, this man launched the People's Movement for the State. Along with Mislav Nikolic, who preceded this man in his highest post, this man founded the SNS party, splitting from his country's radical party. In response to protests following multiple school shootings, this man promised to hold early elections in 2023. This man is supporting his country's parliament by the Together We Can Do Everything coalition. For the points, named as president of Serbia since 2017.
Vucic.
Yes, also 4 points. 28. This agency uses a party system of including industry and labor representatives to formulate its inquiries and reports. Until 2021, this agency's training center in Ashburn, Virginia, became the fuselage of TWA Flight 800. Employees of this U.S. government agency often work overseas if there are questions regarding U.S. manufactured equipment, such as in the case of the two Boeing 737 MAX. No, that's incorrect. Minus two 737 MAX crashes. For the points, this independent agency that is responsible for investigating civil transportation incidents, such as 4 points. 29. This man defeated Rose Fernandez in his first run for statewide public office, a technically non-partisan 2009 race for superintendent of public education. In the 1980s and 90s, this man served as the superintendent of the Oakfield and Verona school districts. In July 2023, this man used the unique powers of one state's line item veto to fund schools through the year 24-25 when signing a budget. For the points, David's successor, Scott Walker, the Democratic Party.
Tony Leaders.
No.
Tony Evers.
4 points. So that's minus 2 and then 4. 30 after we do a score check. In 2011, the publication responsible for creating this system said that it does support claims that Argentina's government is
No.
answered. Alright, minus 2. Argentina's government is cooking the books. This system was created in 1986 by Ken Woodall to illustrate the concept of purchasing power parity. This system uses a cheaper Maharaja substitute variety of a certain item in India, which can greatly skew against measurements of the rupee. For the points, Davis index created by The Economist that measures the relative values of global currencies based on that. 4 points. Score check.
Alright, with 5 to go, Evan is at 41, Akman is at 14, Siddharth is at 8, Alex 0, Hamilton 0, and Nathaniel 8.
Alright, I'll do the score check at the 34, I think. Alright, 31. At Princeton, this writer study being ruled by Associate Justice Robert Jackson in his doctoral dissertation Beyond the 1940s. This man was widely criticized for a 2014 opinion article which calls campus sexual assault victim but a covenant status that confers privileges. According to a minus 2. According to a 2016 Esquire piece, this man hung up his Republican bow tie, becoming a registered independent due to dissatisfaction with Donald Trump. For the points, Nick's author of The Conservative Sensibility, a longtime columnist and commentator for the Washington. What's our card? 4 points. (32) This legislation's constitutionality was first upheld in the case of United Public Workers v. Mitchell, which affirmed that it did not violate the First, Fourth, Ninth, or 10th Amendments. This legislation was passed in part to curb the influence of Harry Hopkins, who was criticized for his role as WPA administrator during the 1938 midterm elections. For the points, in his 1939 legislation named for a senator from New Mexico.
Patch.
Yeah, that's good for 4. 33. Virginia was found to have violated this amendment via an escape clause in the 1965 case Harmon v. Forsenius. This amendment played a role in the Harper case, which was consolidated with a case named for Evelyn Butts. Spencer Holland introduced this amendment to end a system that was allowed by Breedlove v. Stubbles during the JFK administration. Failing to end the use of literacy tests. This is
So this is the 23rd, 20,
no.
24th.
Billy?
The 24th Amendment?
Yes.
Did I not,
I called no before you.
you called on?
Alright, minus 2 and then 4. Alright, 34. Members of this organization were raided by the FBI for purchasing Ashley Biden's stolen diary. This organization was criticized for editing a video to make Van Jones appear to state that CNN's coverage of the Russia-Trump scandal was a nothing burger. The Washington Post won a 2017 Pulitzer Prize for uncovering an attempted state by this organization.
Project Veritas?
5 points. Alright, score check.
Okay, I'll read it from highest score to lowest. So Evan will advance 39 points. And then it's a competition between that second spot. So Siddharth is 17, Akman is 16, and then Nathaniel with 8, Alex 4, Hudson 0.
Alright, we're tossing 35. This film was notably prevented from release in Vietnam due to its depiction of an offending image of the Nam Dash Line in the South China Sea, according to Cinema Minister V. 6 points.
Alright, so top 2 spots, Evan and Sidor.
Alright, good job, everyone.
Alright, so we'll be calling you up to give you a class. Aquaman, very well fought. You get 16 points for third place in this match, so we have a plaque for you. Alright, and then Nathaniel, with that 6-point buzz at the end brings you to 14 points. So come up and get your plaque. Alex, you finished with 4 points. And then Hamilton, 0 points, but a good job, everyone. Well played. We're going to do finals in just a bit in this room. So you two hang out. If anyone else wants to hang out and watch, feel free.
I lived in Montgomery County, literally.
We've got steps.
It's hard, right? I don't know what there does this. I don't know if you're talking about I know. Very nice. Good luck. Good luck to you too. Thank you.
Congratulations, guys. Good luck at 5.
No, I'm about 16.
I would feel that on the Slack level.
Because I, no, Marina.
What are we gonna
No, we're going to be started on that.
Reference on Instagram. Hi, Arthur. I'm gonna make him watch it now.
Maybe I'll see you.